God, let's do it, man. Ubisoft confirms Assassin's Creed remakes are coming. Like straw over Insider Gaming. Another franchise is heading for the remake machine, as Ubisoft has confirmed that Assassin's Creed remakes are on the way. We've known this for a very long time at this point, I feel. Right?
Yeah, this is something that's kind of circled in and out of the rumor mill a couple times.
Absolutely. In an interview with the studio's website, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot says that the Assassin's Creed series would see a number of games in the future, including remakes. We already knew something they have, like, I want to say it's like 7 Assassin's Creed games. Like, they are not lighting up on Assassin's Creed. And you've been a long time fan like us. You gotta worry about that fatigue, don't you, Scott?
Yeah, well, yeah, we have a long enough memory to recall when that fatigue did set in originally.
Absolutely. Quote, firstly, players can be excited about some remakes, which allow us to revisit some of the games we've created in the past and modernize them. There are worlds in some of the older Assassin's Creed games that are still extremely rich, end quote, he said. Quote, secondly, to answer your question, there will be plenty of experience variety. The goal is to have Assassin's Creed games come out more regularly. Oh boy. But not for it to be the same experience every year. Like that, Scott. There are a lot of games, there are a lot of good things to come, including Assassin's Creed Hexy, which we've announced, which is going to be a very different game from Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I can't wait for. We're going to surprise people, I think, end quote. He didn't confirm what remakes are coming, but Insider Gaming has reported on the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake in development. That game is under the codename Obsidian. On top of that, Insider Gaming has seen brief footage of Edward Kenway in the remake under the condition that it is not to be shared. Ooh, understandable though. As far as the engine being used for the Assassin's Creed remakes, it will be using the quote Anvil pipeline, end quote, engine. That's the newest model of their Anvil, right?
Yeah,
so
it's strange of how everybody describes the Anvil engine. It's always using some quote iteration of it. It's essentially just like having Unreal 5.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know.
Like, there's a different version.
They're supposed to make it more universal, but I think depending on the game, they modify it, right? So that's what they go in and you do. Okay, well, this game requires this, and this feature. Let's go in and we'll add that into the engine itself and then move forward. At the same time, why wouldn't they just keep that available for everybody? That engine probably would be huge, though.
I suppose that's what they are doing. Keeping it on Anvil. The Anvil pipeline is just that it's iterative each time, but they're all using the same framework. So that's likely very helpful for them to go back and remaster. Something like that. They port it to the new one. It's halfway there.
Okay, so Black Flag is reportedly in development for a remake. God. 2 questions for you then. 1, when do you think we see this? 2, what game would you like out of the Assassin's Creed franchise to get remade first over Black Flag?
I could see this happening not this year, but early next year. Yeah. Because we haven't seen anything about it. I think we'll get more of a stronger indication when it's ready to come out. But as for what game I would like to see redone, I think I struggled to remember Revelations. I think that's the big one that really hit me at the time, but I haven't thought about it too much since then. I just that was one and done, and I put it away. But
it was cool. Actually, I really enjoyed Revelations. It was different, right? They took away the hidden blade, and they went with the hook instead.
Yeah, that's the one. And the flying machine. There were several flying machine scenes in that game, right?
I believe so, but it also started
lighting
the
bonfires.
Right? So Leonardo hooked us up.
Yeah,
that's right.
There's been so many moments across the series, though. It's hard to really just pick one.
It's been 15 years. 15 plus, maybe 16 now at this point, it feels like. So, yeah, it's been a long time.
It may even be 17 now. I think I got the first Assassin's Creed when I was 15 years old.
It was like 2007, I think, when AC1 came out. Say.
Yeah.
Right? Has it been that? Is that right? Man, oh man, now I gotta. Okay.
Correct.
I gotta look it up at this point, right? Let's take a look here. Assassin's
Creed. That matter. When did Black Flag come out?
That's 2007. Look at me go. November 13th, 2007. Dude, my memory sucks. So the fact that I got this, I'm shocked.
Man, it was only 2 months old when I got it. My parents really succeeded our Christmas that year. But
it is
Black
awesome.
Flag, Black Flag was first came out in 2013, and
Yeah.
that was so that's an interesting one to see go back because it's been a decade now. So why not? But why not reach all the way back to Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 is what I'm thinking.
Absolutely. Are you shocked? Because I'm a little shocked that they're going with Edward Kenway and going with Black Flag. Why would they continue on with Black Flag? Is it still because there's a bit of... Is there still a bit of a high when it comes to pirates? Because Skull and Bones didn't work. Sorry.
I think.
And
I
now
think
we're
that's
getting
what it
into
is.
Black Flag? Like, that's a weird little approach if you're thinking about it outside the box, aren't you?
I think everybody kind of got the feedback from Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones came out and everybody went, "Oh, I want to play Black Flag. I want to run around on the island. I want to fight people," and that's something I think
Yeah.
everybody listened to. So that's why Black Flag was picked, because it's also large in scope and scale. If you dropped Assassin's Creed 1 as a brand new game today, I think it would get torn up because it's not very long.
No, it's very, I almost say linear, but it is such a smaller scope, right? It was their first iteration.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to see Altair back in a brand new form, right? It's just like we're getting Metal Gear Solid, right? Delta. Mind you, we're starting at 3. That's because of the timeline. So it seems weird to me if we're going to go for Assassin's Creed series to get into 4. You start at 4. But if
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Chronologically, that doesn't really make sense either, unless
that's what I mean.
unless the real story happens afterwards.
Yeah, pretty confused actually by their decision to go with Black Flag, especially after coming off of Skull and Bones, where we were in there, dude. I sunk in something like 70 plus hours. I had a pretty decent time.
You really got it.
I did, well, but I hung out with my brother, right? So we're just sailing the seas and we're just talking the whole time and doing this and doing that. And I have not jumped back into the next season. I actually stepped away. I got other things to play now, and it's just, I don't know if the game will ever pull me back, and I'm curious to see if we ever hear about Skull and Bones in 6 months from now. So
No, I
instead,
don't
we're gonna
think so.
get Black Flag, right? So we're gonna go back out to the seas. We're gonna get the pirate experience that we really wanted out of Skull and Bones. Like
And
that's
maybe
the hook.
I just had the thought, maybe it's to avoid Desmond Miles. Because if you go back too many games ago, then maybe there's pressure to recreate the entire series with Desmond Miles because it's a saga.
Sure. But what a great way to return though, right? It's to set it back up, start from the beginning, and then get into 2, and then get into Brotherhood, and brings that multiplayer back. I don't know. There's so many things they can do. Assassin's Creed has been around, like you say, forever at this point, right? Hit us up, itgtv.com. What Assassin's Creed game would you remake from the franchise?